Hello everybody, Hiromi-Sami here and welcome. It has been a long time I haven't posted a video, but this is something I can really start off because this is my specialty and it's explaining the 4.1 patch notes, which is coming tomorrow. Didn't I expect that, but this is wargaming, so what could I expect? So, there are upsides to this update, but a big, massive nerf to our baby Jet Legendary. Plus, why Russian BBs? I mean, they already got nerfed, and now they got nerfed again. Well, anyways, let's talk about it. Starting right off, we got realistic battles, which is basically a 7v7 skirmish domination epic center match, where basically players will lose the ability to give vital information, such as knowing the enemy's position, the damage icons are not going to show up, and your concealment's basically 15 kilometers all over, no matter what. And usually there are some exceptions, such as the Sixth Sense commander will able to tell you like how many ships are going to target you, which that will be very vital if you get the legendary commander. So that's a plus. Also, smokes such as smoke generator, fuel smokes will retain the concealment, hopefully, because if smokes and fuel smokes does not have that concealment ability, pretty much the Minotaur's smoke destroyers are gonna be useless in this match. There are some typical parts right there. You got the 3 leaderboards, top players, top fleets, top ships. Same goals, all that. You will get rewards between being in the top 3, top 10, top 100, so on and so forth. So my rule of thumb about the realistic battles: communications. You gotta communicate with your friends, your teammates, big time, like really big time. Great example, using Discord, WhatsApp, or Zoom. You gotta communicate, like knowing where's the enemy's position, where is that, where's the destroyer, such and so forth. It's a lot of communications that you gotta play part of this mode. Destroyers, don't use concealment system mod 1 and high grade code because they're basically useless. Go ahead, switch to something better like more speed or better traverse. And also for supplies, better get the preventative maintenance pack if you already got the improved crew rations and refined diesel. Expect the Asia meta come in play, as you're gonna see a lot of ships gonna snipe from like 13-14 kilometer range, so be mentally prepared for that, because I don't think any destroyers were gonna survive if they don't have smoke. Alright, coming right off, you got the British heavy cruisers. The main key points here are basically right there. You got extra repair kits, you got single fire torpedoes, which is typical for every British cruisers and destroyers, and hopefully battleships if they ever have a torp British battleship. And also high HE damage, penetration, fire chance, similar like the British battleships as expected. There are some other key points here. Just remember that these are the information scattered by NetEase, so please take it with a grain of salt here. So starting right off, you got better AA than British light cruisers, on par with American heavy cruisers, but it does sacrifice range at higher tiers such as Drake and Goliath. You will have high HP, mostly going to be the second best, ignoring the premium ships. You'll probably like have less HP than German heavy cruisers like Hindenburg or the Rune or Admiral Hipper, and you get the point there. You will have accurate guns, which is pretty good, I will say. High Sigma value, which is typically a 2. And you will have a maximum dispersion between low to mid 200 meters, so that's actually good. In addition, you'll have great belt armor, which makes it difficult for cruisers to penetrate you fully, so they will expect half penetrations most likely, unless they have like 283 millimeters, such as the Grass Bay or Organized now, or Showing Horse especially as well, which there are basically battle cruisers. However, battleships will love hitting your deck armor as it's basically a floating citadel. Cruisers with 203s or above will also can get citadels at that point as well. Maybe 152s if their initial velocities are fast. So yes, you're gonna have the deck protection expert for your commander skills, which is going to be like level 12, so it's going to be a lot grinding unless you have like a Minotaur commander that has the deck protection expert. So just prepare for that one. And here are the lineups here. You got tier 5 Hawkins, tier 6 Devonshire, tier 7 Surrey, tier 8 Albemarle, tier 9 Drake, and tier 10 Goliath. And you can see their ship skills are right here. And let's move on to the next segment. Alright, we got the Blitz Pass points, which is basically a new type of Blitz Pass event. In this one, players can complete daily missions and weekly missions to collect Battle Pass points to reach and unlock new milestones, which is pretty relatable to Genshin Impact's Battle Pass. So, like, as example right down here, you can get the Blitz Pass points just by completing daily missions, weekly missions, so on and so forth. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You play Genshin Impact or any games that requires you to complete missions and all that stuff. Alright, next up we got new maps here. We got 4 maps, 1 for survival mode and 3 for the division maps. We don't have the survival map here because, well, the survival mode's still not here yet. So I do not have the right to disclose that information. However, I do have the right to release these 3 divisional maps here. As you can see here on the screen, you got Confrontation, which is a division map that will be in between tier 6 to tier 8. You got Alpha, Bravo, Charlie here, where Bravo can overlap between Alpha and Charlie. There will be more smaller islands on Alpha and bigger islands on Charlie. Next off, you got Triangle, which basically resembles as a triangle here. This one you will also see in tier 6 to tier 8. There will be 2 wings here. Bravo will be larger than Alpha and they will overlap each other, so destroyers can go right in the middle to get 2 points for as well. And also, lastly but not least, we got Ring of Fire, which you'll also see this in tier 6 to tier 8, where both zones are interlocked, which they're gonna overlap each other. And the maps, also the islands, will be around throughout these cap points. Alright, other additions, we got new portraits, Victory Blast. Blast. Alright, other additions, we got new portraits, Victory Blitz information, and good job, we got it back.
Good job!
Yes, we need this for popular demand. We got the good job button so we can show them how nice we are, that they did a good job or they just execute a well done. You failed us here. I don't know how many players will use good job for basically for AFK players that just don't do the job right. Good job. We all had that feeling, you know. Alright, so we got Camouflages for AI battles. All AF ships will have the Seaborn Assault Camo, which is gonna increase their HP by 2% and 3% of their surface detection decreased. You'll see this right away once the update comes. Like, you will have bot battles, especially you do like a Division Anchor or 899, especially the tier 8 carrier, tier 9s of whatever ship, and you'll see bots that are having this camouflage or something in similar. Alright, right before the saltiness of this, let's go focus on the ship skill balances and later on the good side of the ship balancing. So, starting right off, radar 2 detection range has increased from 7.8 kilometers to 8.1 kilometers. This means that Tier 10 Rooster, Tier 10 Moskva, and Tier 9 Missouri has their detection range increased by 300 meters, which is pretty good if you think about it. I know it looks like a small increase, but it's pretty big if you think about it. Like destroyers, they'll probably be concealed between 7.8 to 8.1 kilometers. What the fuck? Well, a little bit more shorter than that, but overall, you're gonna expect that the range will benefit when ships are smoking from that range. Alright, moving on to the destroyers of ship balancing. We got Russian destroyer Tashkent decreasing its rudder time to 4.5 seconds, which is a 0.9 second faster rudder time. Khabarovsk HP has been increased by basically around 500 HP, 21,175 to 21,659. Pretty much around that ballpark. Same goes to the Kitakaze and Harugumo, 19,470 and 22,143 respectively. Pretty much that's basically 1 to 2 Smolensk rounds that they can survive. If they can survive enough from that cancer. Woo! Alright. Cruisers. British cruisers, Edinburgh, Black Edinburgh, Neptune, Minotaur. Their AP shell initial penetration power has increased by 7%, which I will show you this preliminary chart right here. This is Minotaur's, as you can see, Minotaur right there on the left side. This is Minotaur's penetration as of version 4.0 and before. So your initial penetration is 131 meters, and at max range you're expecting around basically between 98 to 101 millimeters of penetration. With this 7% increase, which I'm going to assume is going to be the increase of the shell weight, which again, this is preliminary. The penetration did increase from basically 131 millimeters to 136 millimeters as this initial penetration, and then at max range you're going to expect between 105 to 102 and between probably around 104, because the range, as you can see on the left, we're going to expect basically around 101 right there. That stuff is needed, but probably kinda, I don't know what to say about Dick York. It's alright. The main gun reload time, as expected, it's pretty much the same as Hood, with the exception that it has a second smoke generator 1. So 2 smokes, alright, decent, good. I mean, it's a battleship, it's a different story when you have a smoke, but it's good, alright. And while that, the power of German engineering of Scharnhorst and Gneisenau got its acceleration down to 21.73 seconds for the Scharnhorst, 22.81 seconds for the Gneisenau. You got those German engineers that knows how to accelerate faster and decelerate faster as well. And finally, before the saltiness comes in, the Russian battleship Valenki Tier 5. Apologize that I'm butchering Russian words here. AP shells are going to increase from 1,467 to 1,490, which is pretty much 23 more AP damage per shell. Alright, here comes the salt train. Tier 8 British destroyer Lightning loses its Fear Smoke ability from 2 to 1. Jutland, man, the HE shell damage decreased from 354 to 307. AP shell damage decreased from 389 to 330. Main gun firing range decreased from 9.16 kilometers to 8.5 kilometers. Again, same goes what lightning happened. Field Smoke 2 to Field Smoke 1. Same goes to Daring. Field Smoke 2 to Field Smoke 1. Daring got a lot of nerfs. You can tell by the HP. You can tell the HE and AP shell damage. It's Wargaming pretty much wants to say that this is a torp boat rather than a gunboat because everybody's spending time playing this ship as a gunboat rather than a torp boat, which I kind of understand that, you know, they're trying to mimic PC, but somewhat to a degree, not really. You think about it, but again, this is Wargaming. You expect the unexpected. This is what Wargaming wants to go. So, Daring got a huge nerf. Too huge to what it's supposed to deserve. So, F to pay respect. F to pay respect to Daring. She is the meta of tier 10 destroyers, and now it's going to be back to pretty much gearing Z52. You get the point, meta. Alright, Russian battleships. Seriously, I don't think it needs a nerf, but yet Wargaming decides to keep going. So, Izmail, Sina, Vladivostok, Soryos, and Kremlin, their reload time has increased from 23 seconds to 25 seconds, which is huge. A 2-second increase of reload time. It hurts. It really hurts the DPM of these ships. The AP shell damage does increase for the Izmail, the Soryos, and Kremlin. And pretty much the HP of Izmail does decrease from 39,445. And Sinop, Vladivostok, Soryos, and Kremlin is going to lose their main gun firing range, which furthers away from the Asia meta where you're going to snipe a lot. And now this ship is not even less snipey. So Asia, I know you're not going to see these Russian battleships anymore. They're pretty much in no U area. So just no Russian battleships in Asia. It hurts. It hurts. It really hurts. Unless you're very chat enough for it. So finally, we got the general balance on AP shell penetration. This is pretty much a nerf to destroyers that are under 127 millimeters of AP rounds, and pretty much a buff to heavy cruisers that has 200 to 283 millimeters. They lose penetration 4% slower, while like destroyers are losing between 4 to 7% depending on the caliber. Today, just a reminder that there will be hidden changes that will be only available on my Discord server. Link in the description down below. Especially, I'll be checking on the Russian battleships because I'm pretty skeptical that there probably going to be some hidden buffs inside those Russian battleships. If not, F to pay respect. Huge F to pay respect to Daring, Jutland, all the Russian battleships. So, yeah. Pan-European destroyers are going to have a pre-release next month on April 2021, and you're going to expect more premium ships along the way every week. So, anyways, that's for enough from me for today. If you like this video, please be sure to shoot that like button, as well as don't forget the subscribe button or the notification bell for more World of Warships Blitz content, as I am coming back here now. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you SCs next time. Żadnej.